Francis created a really nice package recently allowing you to run multiple commands at once to aid your local development using a command called PHP Artisan solo. As you can see here, we can essentially have logs on one side, Vite running on one side, the HTTP part running on another side, then the queue potentially, and the reverb, and potentially pinned as well if you're using that. So that's a super neat feature, and I thought we should take a look at it. I'm a little bit late to the game talking about the package, but do check this package out. It's brilliant work by Aaron. He's done some amazing work for the Laravel community in general, and I'd highly recommend as well going ahead and subscribing to his channel on YouTube. So with that sorted, we have gone ahead now and required this package. And then we just need to run solo install, and let's take a look at what this is like. This is the first time, by the way, I'm using this in a project. I thought I had to give it a go. I thought I was going to use this for one of my projects I'm working on. And that's it. So publish the service provider, and then we just have to say PHP Artisan solo. And right now, you can see we have the logs on this side, which runs TRF N100 from the Laravel logs, which means that we're getting 100 lines essentially in here. We can scroll through it. Let's make the terminal window a little bit bigger. And outside of that, let's take a look at the service provider. You can just use the tabs keys down here to get forward. And you can see the about here, for example, queue and so on. So I, for example, in this case, want to say I'm going to start out just using the dark theme. That's fine. We can enhance or change this command here to retrieve the logs. We just have to provide the storage path for it. In this case, I am actually using Yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and modify that. I'm going to go ahead and just check this out now. And there we go. Outside of that, I don't need to use PHP Artisan serve because I'm using Laravel here. Now, let's go ahead and just add in reverb for now if we wanted to use that. I actually don't have that installed, so that may give me an error, but let's see how it tackles that. And yeah, reverb just doesn't show us running because it's not installed. So that's quite nice to know that it works like that. But if we go ahead and take a look, we could use Horizon as well instead, maybe. And we can add these lazy commands here. So what else can we do in here? We're also essentially not going to have to use this about. So I'm going to go ahead and comment that out here. And I wonder what the light mode is going to look like in this case. So let's go ahead and register a light theme instead. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be impacted by PHP Storm. It seems to look the same, but we went ahead and changed the theme of the editor. This is the theme I'm using, by the way. If I went ahead to, for example, change this to Xcode Light, and I know, warning for people, I'm just changing it to light mode, but just gonna go ahead and minimize this window because it's gotten a bit big. We can just go ahead and click OK, and this is what the light mode looks like. So yeah, essentially, it's a super neat way to add extra terminals as well. We can run different commands in here. You may, for example, in this case, say I run Melisearch, for example. So let's go ahead and add that in. Let's take a look at how this would look. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be working. So let's go ahead and see. be just going to have to run meta search. Let's see. It is working fine, but it is being used somewhere else. So I'm gonna just go ahead. I think that's the reason why it's complaining. So if we go ahead now and say PHP Artisan solo, it should hopefully be working. And it isn't, so let's just take a look at that. Alright, so let's take a look at why this is not working. Alright, so I think I had it open somewhere else as well, so let's take a look at this now. Let's try to run start. And let's just change this theming back to dark mode. There we go. So what I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at is seeing if we can access Melisearch. Does seem to be working here, which is brilliant. So yeah, we are able to essentially run Melisearch in here and all sort of other commands from this sole service provider. I would probably personally go ahead and add PHP Artisan run Horizon as well, and Reverb for applications where I'm using that. But thank you very much for watching this Advent Calendar series. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.